Welcome to Entice Conversations. You're here with your girl Felicia, along with my co-host.
This is Ernest, aka Esquire. How you doing today?
I'm good, Mr. Moore. How are you?
Fantastic. Never had it so good.
I love that answer.
What are we talking about today?
Ooh, well, we are talking about rewriting the rules. What does that mean?
Yeah, what's that mean exactly?
That means who proposes, who pays, who leads.
They want to open up Pandora's box today, don't they?
Yeah.
Felicia wants to open up Pandora's box today.
Crack it wide open. I want to crack it
Bust it wide open.
Yes.
You know, that's a fantastic topic.
Yeah.
And, we're going to get into that in just a minute.
Okay.
But we gotta pay the bills, right? So hey, don't forget, this is your first time checking us out. We are Entice Conversations.
Yes.
Conversations for the grown and sexy over 40, navigating through the world's issues, good and bad, right? So we got that.
Yeah.
Please make sure that you subscribe, like, comment, follow all of us on all of our social media pages, on all of the places where you can listen to or watch our podcast. We're on every channel now.
Yep.
Right? We're on every channel now.
Yes.
Who proposes?
Ooh, shall we start with that one?
So, I've never had... I gotta think here. I've never had a woman get down on her knees and propose to me before.
No?
No. Would you propose to your man?
No.
Why not? See...
No.
Why? Okay, I want to know why you wouldn't propose to your man.
This is the way I see it. If he hasn't proposed to me in the time that I feel that he should have proposed, then to me, he's just not interested in marrying me. So, no, Felicia will not be proposing.
Would you be a surrogate? Not a surrogate. Would you be a in-law, a common law wife, should I say?
No.
You wouldn't live with him for 10, 15 years?
Well, I have.
Without being married?
Yes, I have. But that was because I had it took me some time. I had been married before, so I was not in a rush to do it again. So it took me some time to want to do it again.
So, are you saying you're okay with gender roles? Let's talk about it. Let's get it out. Let's get it out there.
To a certain degree, yes.
See, and that's the thing. But I'm gonna come back to that. She said to a certain degree.
Yes.
Who pays?
Okay. When are we talking about?
First date.
First date?
First date.
No, I'm not paying.
Why not?
I'm not paying. Why? Because...
Why would a woman not pay on the first date?
Why would she?
Why wouldn't she? He had catch too.
Okay. Well, I guess that's how y'all moving out here in 2025. Listen, I'm just a little old married girl over here. Is that how that y'all moving?
Don't say y'all.
Is that how y'all moving?
I stayed alone on mine.
So, let me get this straight.
So, now the dynamic changes. If she has to pay on the first date, why can't she pay on the first date? We just going out to get to know each other.
Right.
We don't even know if we like each other yet.
See, I got so much judgment right now.
Come on with it.
Listen.
Because I really want to hear this.
If I'm on the first date with you and you are comfortable with me reaching in my purse to pay
and
for
I
this.
reached out in my purse.
and
pay your
put
way
my card on the table
and
or
your
to the
homeboy's
cashier.
way,
You know
and
what?
sometimes your cousins.
Yeah, I'm just gonna feel like that is gonna be the expectation throughout the relationship because it's just
So
against the norm for
so
me.
reverse then. If he pays the first time, he's got to pay all the time.
No, I don't think he has to pay all the time.
Okay.
As I stated before, once we're in a relationship, it's different. But when you're talking about dating,
Okay.
no.
We're gonna come back to that one too, because I
Okay.
want to try to cover all of this.
Yes.
But then
Yeah.
we're gonna go back and unpeel this onion.
Yes. Let's get to it. All right.
Who leads?
Now, when we say lead, are we talking about leading a conversation or leading this if we're talking about dating, I would assume that this is about conversation. What do you see when you
No, when we talk about lead, we're talking about leading in the relationship.
Oh, I mean, I believe that the man should lead, or at least you make him feel like he is.
Can you repeat that again for the people in the back of the room? Because you said that kind of softly.
I said I believe that the man should lead, or at least you make him feel like he is.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the beginning. Who proposes? So, in
Okay.
this day and time, women want equal everything. They want equal pay. They want to be able to do the same jobs. They want to play football like the men. They want to play basketball like sports. They want to do everything like the men. They want
Okay.
equal pay
Uh-huh.
for doing the same job, right?
Right.
Okay. So why can't a woman, because I've seen this on social media now, why can't a woman propose?
First of all, the whole job and sports, like, what does her credentials have anything to do with the relationship that you're in with this woman?
Because she want to be equal.
She equal out there in the world.
She want to be equal financially, and quiet as is kept, most black women out earn their black male counterparts.
Okay, that's fine. But that's her out there in the world making her money.
Our
That
money.
has nothing to do
That's
with
not our
y'all
money.
relationship.
That's not our money. She proposing. We ain't on the first date no more.
She's gonna propose to you? Well, I mean, I've heard of it. I know someone that was proposed to.
Over 40?
I think they were in their 30s at the time.
Okay.
Mhm.
All
Yeah.
right. So I don't
To
know.
each his own.
Maybe we're old fashioned, right? Maybe because we're over 40, we unks and aunts as they call it. I don't
Yeah.
like that term, but we unks and aunts, right? So maybe we still have our old values. But my question is, where did they learn to get the women proposing to men thing from? We got too many rights. We got too many things that, oh, we equal, we this, then the we're not equal. We're not equal.
In what way?
In any way. The man is the lead. The man is supposed to lead.
He is
The
supposed
man is
to.
supposed to seek. She is supposed to accept his advances. Not the other way around.
I agree.
But we got people who don't want to consider themselves women, even though they were born one. They don't want to consider themselves men, even though they were born one. And not only do they want to change their physical, now they want to change their mental and their emotional and their psychological.
Okay.
Right? I couldn't have a woman propose to me.
That was going to be my next question for you. How would you feel if she proposed to you?
No, she can't get down on one knee for me. Now, she could say,
So in the moment, what are you gonna do? Reject her?
I'm gonna have her stand right up. Because 9 times out of 10, if you propose, you're gonna get down on one knee.
And y'all at the restaurant,
No, she not
or
doing that.
she's did a proposal, a private proposal surprise for you, all your friends and loved ones are there, and she gets down on one knee
I'm gonna have her stand right up.
in front of all
I'm gonna
of
have
her
her stand
friends.
right up.
And then what?
We're not doing that.
Wow.
We're not doing that.
So
Don't
you're
do
gonna
that.
shut it down.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But
Don't
she
do
but she
that.
has done it. So
Well, then hey, I'm gonna respectfully reach out her hand.
Okay.
And have her stand up.
And then what?
Then we'll talk. Let's go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
Let's go to the bathroom.
So wow. Oh, so that would be so embarrassing.
As Eddie Murphy said in Coming to America, we'll be right back.
Yeah, that would be horrible. I couldn't even imagine first. And this is for the men too, but anyone that proposes, and especially when you have people around and that person tells you to "No, get up.
I didn't say no.
No, I'm no to them kneeling down.
Yes, we're not doing it.
So yeah,
No.
stand up.
Yeah, get up. Control. Felicia, I'll be like this. So.
OMG. I think that relationship would be over, Mr. Moore.
No, it wouldn't.
Yeah, she's
No,
not coming. No, she's done.
No, she's not.
You didn't embarrass her. Yeah, no. You could at least go ahead and go along with it, and then y'all had a conversation later.
But see, here's the thing, Felicia.
Okay.
She knows me. You can't
But you haven't
do that.
proposed yet. So she feels,
Wait
if
your
he
turn.
doesn't do it.
Wait your turn.
Yeah, I'm
not having I'm not having a woman propose to me. Now she could tell me at the crib,
yeah,
baby, I want to marry you. I want to have your children. No.
No.
We're not having no more kids, children.
Yes, absolutely
That
no
ain't
to that one. Yeah, that's like let me check your temperature.
Right.
What are we doing?
No, so I don't want her to propose to me.
Yeah.
Respectfully speaking, that is my job. That's my job.
So, what do you say for the people that have the couple that's been in a long relationship? She's waiting and he hasn't done it yet. Then should she not propose, or should she just assume that he's never going to ask?
No, she should have that question at home by the fireplace.
I mean, I'm one that think
or
that
in bed.
that conversation should had come at some point to even know if you're interested in moving in that direction.
Right.
Yeah. But
can you imagine, like, I mean, don't do that in public. Let's talk about this at home first. And if I'm not moving fast enough, where's the fire? What's the rush?
But that's what she wants.
Okay, well, what does he want?
Listen,
we got to come together here.
I agree. Both parties need to be on the same page when it comes to marriage. Yes. But if you're already together 8, 10 years, like
that's a long time.
It's a long time. Yeah. So what we doing? What is the end goal here?
Yeah, what is the end goal?
We just boyfriend and girlfriend for just forever?
Boyfriend, girlfriend? 'Cause they still say that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I ain't calling my woman
because there's no
girlfriend.
Common law in Georgia.
No?
It stopped in 1997.
Look at Felicia with the statistics.
And I'm from Florida, and it stopped in either 67 or 68. So you don't even have any rights or anything if something happens to this person. Mm-mm. No.
Would you sign a prenup? I mean, if she gonna propose to me and she got bread like that, am I gonna sign a prenup with it too?
If that's what she wants.
I ain't signing no prenup.
No?
No.
Okay, well. So you end your relationship over that?
I would end the relationship over that. You know why?
Why?
Because by signing a prenup, that's saying that there is a possibility that this won't last. I'm gonna cut it short early.
You know, the way
hurt me now instead of devastating me later.
The young Felicia would have been opposed to prenups. Now that I see how a lot of people are getting married for the wedding more so than the marriage.
Correct.
You probably need to have a prenup in place. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you sue for alimony?
No.
Spousal support?
No.
Okay.
Whatever I made before her is mine. Whatever we made together is ours.
So that's what the prenup could say. Like, what is wrong with stating that just that way?
But I don't want to even put that out there in the universe. The tongue is a very strong muscle. It can kill or it can give life. No, we're not talking about prenup. No.
Okay.
It's doomsday for me.
It's doomsday?
I'm out.
I don't think you would be out, Mr. Moore. No. He's going to at least have some conversations.
We'll have some conversations first?
Yeah,
right.
Several.
All right. We'll see.
Several. So, okay. Me personally, I don't understand, but everything is not for me to understand, but I don't understand a woman proposing to a man. It's just, I don't get it.
What is it? It ain't right. We know it ain't right.
Yeah, it feels like I'm going against the grain. Like, it doesn't feel natural to see a woman or to be a woman getting on my knee and holding up this ring. I don't know. But I wonder how it works in the same sex. Who decides who's gonna propose?
I don't know.
I guess whoever desires it first, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know.
Interest, I want to know if you guys are in same sex, a part of the community. I'm curious, like, how do you know who is gonna propose first?
I want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, I do. I do want to know.
Who pays?
I've answered that question, but
I don't find this funny though.
Listen, no. No.
No what?
So I had a friend tell me.
What's your friend tell you?
That it depends on who
asks first.
Asks for for the date.
Okay.
When did this start?
I don't know. Have you ever paid for a date before?
God, you got me going way back in my memory bank. Maybe after like several dates, I wanted to treat him.
How many times must a guy put an investment in you?
It's not an investment.
Oh, it's an investment.
Not an
It's keep
investment.
it in a man. It is an investment
Okay.
because he's paying for something he's paying for a meal
Yes.
or a date to get something in return.
Something in return. You're getting the person. You're getting her. You're getting to know her better.
She can pay to get to know her better.
No. Y'all are enjoying time together,
She can pay
bonding.
for that too. She can pay for that too.
Why? Why is she going in her purse to pay for a date?
So I want y'all to realize, and here's another, I want to preface, or I can't say preface because we already in, but this is not coming from Esquire. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Okay.
And I'm speaking or asking questions or making statements on behalf of the brothers out there that aren't gentlemen or who don't see it the way I do.
Okay.
She probably make more than he do. Why can't she pay to go out? We just getting to know each other.
Why does it matter? Just stay in your tax bracket.
Okay, then so I shouldn't date. I should only date who's in my tax bracket?
No, you go on the dates that are in your tax bracket. So if your tax bracket is not Ruth Chris.
So we go to McDonald's then.
If she's cool with it.
What's wrong with McDonald's?
I mean, it's gonna make you a little gassy.
That's all right.
I don't know. You can do better. You can be more creative than that.
Okay. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on a picnic.
Some women might think that's cute.
On a picnic.
Yeah.
With Sprite or ginger ale. And wine glasses.
Okay.
Or champagne glasses. You wouldn't know.
With peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Yeah. Listen, I'm just trying to, we could do orange juice.
You can at least do a charcuterie board. Is that how you say it? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
At least do one of those.
I don't like cheese.
You don't have to eat the cheese. It's grapes on there. It's meat on there. It's crackers on there. It's all type of other things you can consume. I'm just saying, though,
Yeah, you could do the board.
Yeah.
But again, my whole point is, why does he have to pay first? I still have not gotten an answer for that. In business, there is a thing called ROI.
Okay.
Return on investment.
It's not an investment.
What am I getting back for taking her out? And here is the crazy thing. Some of these women want $200 and $300, $400 first dates. What am I getting back for that?
Well, those women are just, they're just trying to stunt for the gram. They just want to be able to say, yeah, girl, he took me to Ruth Chris, Capitol Grill. They stunt for the gram. We're not seeking that. No.
Okay. All right. She said they stunting for the gram. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So, to me,
okay,
if we've gone on 5 dates, that's an investment. I'm pouring into you, hoping to get something in return. What am I going to get in return?
What are you expecting in return?
Felicia?
Because I'm trying to understand.
Felicia, this is what?
Entice conversations, and
that's right.
I need to get into it. Because you don't have to do all of that just for that.
That's what.
You don't have to do all that just for that.
That's what they out here doing.
Is that what they doing?
That is the prize. Or so they say. Or so she says.
I mean, well, damn, you can just get you a nice
$40
Haskell escort, not a $40. But yeah, you know.
Hashtag $40.
Hashtag $40. Yeah. No, I think that you are paying for the time that you are with this person.
She could pay for my time.
She could.
Okay.
Do she? That's the question. Because you know you out here you in the dating street. So
who
is that what
me?
Yeah, you out here in the dating. You're in the dating streets. Is that's what is are the women paying for the first dates now?
No, they're not, but they should.
They should, according to who?
According to E.
Okay, E has spoken.
Yeah, according to E.
E has spoken. Okay.
Especially when she's going overboard on a first date.
Yeah.
Right? And you don't know until we get out there.
No, and that's why you shouldn't go to expensive places like that. You should go somewhere like we've spoken before, a nice ice cream shop, a coffee shop. And not just for the first date.
Right.
As long as you're getting to know them, but just get creative.
She can still buy coffee. Ice cream.
But it's still same thing.
Vanilla only. Just so you know.
So y'all just standing back there in that boyfriend hug while she pulling out her card?
I ain't hugging her. First date.
Okay. I just won't get it. Maybe I'm just too old-fashioned. I don't know. But when my friend told me that about it depends on who initiates the date, I was like, when did this start? And is this a Georgia? Because I was like shortly after moving to Atlanta. I'm like, is this an Atlanta thing? Because I had never heard of this in Florida. I'm like, what is happening? Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's the times.
Yeah, it's definitely the time. What about splitting the bill or rotating? Like you pay this time and I'll pay that time. Now, see, I'm with that because that's ahead of the conversation.
Right.
You know, like we're deciding, or I'm asking you, can I treat you to dinner? That means that I'm going to come out of my purse and pay for it.
Right.
But not just, no. Not because I'll say, oh, we should go out to the movies.
What's the return on your investment?
At first, I don't, there's no investment.
You don't see it that way?
No, it's not. No.
It's ain't business?
No.
Same business?
No. This business, it's not business. It's not transactional. It's not any of those things. It's two human beings trying to get to know each other and have fun.
Yes.
In the meantime.
Correct.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that part.
Okay. But, or however.
She could pay while we're doing this.
No one's saying she couldn't, but I just got a question to the type of man that is okay with that. I said it.
From the Himalayas.
You just okay with it. You just sitting back, engaging in conversation while she's signing a check. Okay.
I left my wallet at home.
That's different. You know, I was on a date.
You ain't got on your phone? Nope.
I was on a date, and in the middle, the guy said, I need to go to my car and put the meter, put some more money on the meter.
Oh, he dipped.
That's what I thought. And I was like, wait, do you have enough money for this date if he don't come back? Fortunately, he came back. But what if he wouldn't have come back? So ladies, make sure you have enough in case he dips on you and leave you with that check.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. It wouldn't be funny then. It would not be funny then.
Yeah, no.
Who leads? Who leads in a relationship?
I feel the man leads. I would want the man. I can only speak for myself. But I would want my man to lead. And we have certain things, I guess, if that we can agree on, or if wants to know what I think about it. But that means I trust that he's going to lead us the right way. He's not crazy with spending money or just doing crazy stuff. Like, so I trust that he'll lead us in the right place.
So, does leadership equate to money?
No.
Great answer. So, here's the thing, right? And I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Everybody has strengths and weaknesses, right? So, maybe your strength, Felicia, might be finances, right? So, okay, Felicia, here you go. You take the money, divvy it up, the bills, this, that, and the third, right? Make sure everything stays running, so forth and so on. Maybe I'm the handy person, or maybe I'm the person who's going to make sure that the cars are working well. Not that I'm a mechanic, but hey, I know a mechanic, or I know my man who cleans cars, or I know my man who can get our tire fixed, this, that, and the third, right?
Right.
If we can focus on our strengths and our weaknesses, then it doesn't come down to a matter of leading.
Right.
However, if you're going to lead, and I'm talking to the brothers here, if you're going to lead, and ladies, if you're going to be submissive or a follower, please have a plan of action of where we're going and how we're going to get there.
Right.
Our end goal is, let's say, to buy property in 2030.
Right.
Here's how we're going to be able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Felicia, we're going to need to put such and such aside every pay. Okay, or we want to go to Paris next year.
Right.
This is how much it's going to cost. This is what we need to put aside to make sure we can get there.
Yes. Right.
That's leadership. Leadership is not me, Tarzan, you, Jane. I'm the man, you do what I say.
Right.
That's not leadership.
Right.
That's not guidance.
Right.
Because part of leadership is guidance. Part of leadership is also, and y'all might laugh at me at this, nurturing. I have to love her in order to lead her.
Yes.
So if I'm nurturing her, if I'm ensuring that I rub her knees, or I rub her feet, or I rub her back, she's supporting me in where we're in where I'm trying to take us as a couple.
Right.
I wanted to put leadership at the end because I wanted to ensure that there were no jokes on this one.
Right.
All the other stuff, he could say whatever he want to say. Guys out there could say whatever they want to say. It is nice for a woman to pay for a meal every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with that. That's great.
Yeah.
But I'm the provider. Let's not lose sight on our roles as men. And don't allow her to cross those lines.
Right.
So when she plans the party, the engagement party or the coming out party, sweetheart, all that's fantastic. Don't put me on the spot like that in front of everybody, because it's going to be a boomerang effect. I'm still Esquire.
Right.
I'm still the gentleman. And it took me a long time to get here. I'm not going to have it dirtied up, besmirched, soiled, just because I'm trying to keep up with the times.
Okay.
I don't care how much money she makes.
Right.
Whether she makes more than me or not. When we become one,
Yes.
Our money is one.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Our money is one. So the investment or the return on the investment is her. She's the gem. Right. She's the prize. And I don't care what these young folks are saying out here. I'm not interested in, well, I am interested. There may be some over 40 that disagree with me. It's okay.
Yes,
it's all right. I'm talking about how Esquire do it.
Right.
I'm talking about how E do it. And even E at this stage is not going to have a woman propose or pay or lead me. Not going to happen.
No.
Not going to happen.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Or no. Or no.
Yes.
Now, if y'all want to see me out in these streets about what I said, you know, I'm not hard to find. And I'm not trying to make this into something, a beef against from one man to another. Remember in some previous episodes, I said, know who you are.
Yes.
Especially before you out here dating.
Yes. Yes.
So I know who I am.
Right.
I stand 10 toes down on who I am. So I don't have to worry about her proposing to me. She's going to wait until we are there.
Right.
She can pay for a date here and there. As you say, I'm out here in these dating streets.
You are.
Right?
Yes.
I don't pay for every date.
Okay.
I don't pay for every date. But we know that she is the gem or she is the prize. And once we realize that, once we've established our roles of who we are, there it is. She ain't taking out no trash. She ain't opening no doors.
Yeah.
That's me.
I mean, that's what I'm accustomed to.
She ain't washing her car.
Yeah. It's the door thing is so bad that I was out with my girlfriend. She was driving. We got to a place.
And you sat there and waited?
And I'm just sitting there. She said, if you don't get your ass out the car, I'm not opening the door. I was like, oh, right. Okay. All right.
But that's
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is right. Because you know who you are.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, Entice fam, y'all can rewrite the rules if you want to. Y'all can go and, ladies, y'all can propose to all the men you want to. You can pay for all the dates, split the cost of the dates, sign a check, this, that, and the third. Fellas, you can invest all your tricked off cash for a $300-$400 dinner. Not me. No, not me. Ladies, you can lead in your relationships, just not over here.
No.
Not over here. You ain't lead me nowhere. And you're not driving me anywhere. Now, I got called.
Like, she's not driving you in the car.
No.
I just wanted to make sure I'm understanding.
Yeah.
No?
No.
Never?
No.
Okay.
I was called a male chauvinist for feeling that way. And I've lost friends that I consider like family almost because of that. But see, here's the thing. If I start letting her drive me, the next thing is she'll start pumping gas. And I'll be in the driver's seat, and I'll be in the passenger seat. And then after that comes, she's going to go grocery shopping and bring all the groceries to the house. And I'm going to be watching a game or playing PlayStation.
that's being a gentleman to me. I don't
Right.
I don't see that as being a chauvinist. That's the way that you take care of her. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh. But, some people today,
Yeah.
they want to be equal. Well, if you want to be equal, then be equal in all aspects. Don't make it convenient in
Right.
one aspect
Yes.
and then not so in the next.
Right.
I can't get down with that. And that is my main problem. It's all about convenience in that situation.
Oh, you mean like the ones that just want to pull that one scripture out?
Which one?
Is that in the Bible?
Which one?
When they're quoting something,
Oh,
but
yeah.
they just want to pull
Oh, yeah.
out just this one, but you need to read the whole book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or the previous verses before and after. Because you're missing a context
Yes.
of just that one
Right. Right.
chapter or verse. So don't come at me with that. Ooh, don't come at me with that, because I can fire back.
No shots fired.
I'll fire
I
back.
mean, we want to know, because we don't expect everyone to agree with what we're saying, or how I feel or how he feels. So if you do feel a certain way about it, I'm curious, let me know.
Maybe because I got a necktie on today.
Is that what it is?
Maybe that's what it is.
You feeling business?
I'm feeling kind of, executive.
CEO?
Yeah.
You look like a CEO, Mr. Moore.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I figured, I got the necktie on, dimple in the middle, and all that good stuff. And charcoal gray pinstripe.
You do.
Hard bottom shoes, shined up. Maybe I'm feeling business like today. I don't know. But
you feel how you feel.
And that's how I feel. I just
you say,
honestly
10
believe
toes down.
she's the gem.
Right.
She's the one that to be sought.
Right. I agree.
Yes. So.
Yes. I agree.
All right. Entice fam, as always, please make sure you're following us on all of our social media pages.
Yes.
Felicia, where we at on social media?
Y'all know where we at. We on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X. I almost got a rhyme. I know it so well.
I wonder if they're coming out with any more social media pages.
I don't know. That's
that
enough.
We don't know about. I'm sure.
This enough for the over 40 crowd. Yeah. This is about as far as we gonna go.
Over 40, remember MySpace.
Okay. Do you remember MySpace?
Oh yeah, I was on MySpace.
I pulled MySpace. MySpace is still out there.
Is it really?
No one's using it, but yeah. If you can remember your login and password, you would trip out.
No. I can't remember my login or password.
I don't know how I remembered mine when I looked. This was some years ago, but I was like, oh my gosh, look at these pictures.
Wow. MySpace.
Yeah. MySpace. Yeah.
And for all you podcasters, we're on every form of listening device that you can think of that you follow. We're there. Please come out, speak to us, let us know you're there.
Yeah.
Comment, like, share, subscribe. Yes. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers.
We are.
We're at 685.
Yes.
I'm happy with 685, but I want to get to 1,000. Maybe 10,000 subscribers. Let's start at 1,000.
Because if you're going to shoot for the goal, let's go all the way.
10,000.
10,000.
10,000 subscribers.
We need y'all help to make that happen.
Grow the community.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bring everybody that's over 40 into this conversation.
Yeah.
And also on our website, why don't you come in and drop us some ideas of topics or episodes that you would like for us to discuss?
Yeah.
Because Felicia got a wealth of knowledge over there. I'll be trying to get it out of her.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
I just said,
Yeah, she got a lot over there. Yeah, we're going to get it. Don't worry. I want you all to talk to us about different episodes that you would like for us to talk about.
Yes. Yeah.
And help us grow our community.
Right.
Your community. This is your community.
Entice.
Yes. Entice conversations. All right.
Good.
So we'll see you again next Monday?
Next Monday.
What time?
Same time, 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
Same place. You know, you can get to us on, like he said, all podcast platforms. So make sure you be here. Invite a friend. Invite a family member.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring a drink.
Bring a drink. Yes.
Yeah, bring a drink.
So we will see y'all then. Until then, have a great week and have a good night.
Make sure you love each other.
Goodbye, fam.